This was an article I came across, the Victorian women who were forced to give up their babies because the whole of the onus fell on the woman. Women were then expected to be perfect. Man didn't seem to have any responsibilities with these babies, and so the whole onus sat with the women. But it's just very surprising. It was called, let me just find it for you, the Foundling Hospital in London, where the women they wrote notes, they were watched, they were things about how what they looked like were noted, and they just thought it was the best way to deal with everything, because they couldn't carry on their jobs with the babies, and they needed to work. So this was a way forward for the baby and the mother, was to get the baby adopted. But it's just that adoption thing again, isn't it? And separating many mothers from their children. But again, maybe some of the story wasn't that nice either, because they're talking here about women, being raped, and whether it was true or not. But anyway, some of the women, obviously this man here is depicting that some of the women threw themselves off bridges. The laws were a bit different then. A man could get divorced, like click, but a woman had to prove he was beating her, having affairs, and so forth. So this is what this is here. You can slow it down and look at it yourself. So basically what they're doing is, in 2016 I looked this up, they were looking at it from the mother's point of view now, with all the letters and everything, and putting that as an exhibition, because the Foundling Hospital is now a museum. But what does it say up here quickly? We'll just read a little bit of it. It says, to get their children accepted, the mothers needed to submit a written petition to prove they were of previous good character and that they'd only fallen into criminal conversation. Wow. Imagine that. Little babies. And anyway, this is explaining a little bit more about it. Anyway, thanks very much. I wonder how these people really felt. I mean, they can tell us whatever they want, can't they? But this says that this is an orphan's costume, 1916. Does she look very happy? No. The words here say, letter of note, I beg you to take my child. And this is an orphanage, says Edwardian Victorian. Loads of orphaned children. This is from the Telegraph newspaper. It says, a home for London's children. So let's have a look at this one. There you go. Orphans, orphans, orphans everywhere. This said that this was George Muller's orphanage of 1925. Well, they didn't mind taking pictures of all the children. There are loads of pictures. They all say orphans, 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 just orphans. Orphans, 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 orphans. Oh. Yeah, there's workhouse, 19th century family only had groups, industrial revolution. And if you look up actually on the internet, there you go, orphans. It's just everywhere. Just so many of them. Look, it says up here, Victorian women forced to give up their babies. Forced. So, yeah. There you go. Just masses of stuff about it. It goes on and on and on and on and on. Oh, Depression era. Well, we have lots of that, don't we? Anyway, thanks for watching. Just orphans everywhere. America, England, everywhere. Most people seem to be orphans. So, by accident, I found that when we were going to America, when we were making an exodus to America in the 1800s, it seemed that your ship, they said, right, you've got diseases on the ship, you're going to be quarantined. And then when they quarantined the parents, they took the children and then sent the children off on orphan trains all over America. They weren't just doing it there, they were doing it in the UK. They were taking the children. They needed the children. But it's quite incredible, isn't it? These children are our parents and grandparents now for everybody. So no wonder we don't have relationships properly, because this is what's been going on. Do you see what I mean? Like, these people make the next generation of people. They're all orphaned. It's not, I just don't know whether it's all true. I've never in my life heard people going on about the orphans, but I don't know. Maybe, I just don't know, but it's just, it is masses of information about people being orphans. Oh, dearie me. It's not a good thing, is it? Anyway, leave your comments below.